title Brown Book and the Nazi anthem used for this song were primarily used for their contradictory natures. The title Brown Book was inspired by the East German book of the same name that lists Nazi and war criminals working in governmental or high company positions in West Germany. The anthem used is the HORST WESSEL, the war song of the brown shirts, and the unofficial national anthem of Nazi Germany. On top of that, there are taped voices taken from the film The World That Summer, which have direct references to Death in June. Not only because the film title inspired the double LP of the same name, but also the voices referred to shared attitudes regarding life, etc. Obviously, a good knowledge of German would help with this song. Possibly it can be seen as a trap that was set and sprung. The racial characteristics of England are slightly more complex than that. You do have to take into account the Celtic, Scandinavian and Norman influences, which I think make us a hybrid of all the best tribes in Northern Europe, if you wish to refer to them as tribes. Therefore, our racial background is not something I'm searching for because I know it already exists within my nation. However, there are certain items of the past, such as my interest in the ruins, that I am particularly interested in because I feel I am part of a reawakening of a European consciousness. A reawakening that has gradually been taking place since the advent of fascism in Italy and Germany. It is unfortunate that has also been linked with a massive amount of bloodletting within Europe. There do seem to be a number of what may be called negative sides to this that permeate this better comprehension of what I would like to think was the best in our past. Perhaps it is the final reaffirmation before the end. My actions are instinctual. I feel sometimes I am too much a puppet of my destiny, but my path is constantly reaffirmed, so I am doing what I am supposed to be doing. If the body is poisoned, then I am part of the cure. However, the patient may already be beyond saving. The name Death in June really refers to a period in history when man decided to go one way rather than another. As such, Death in June has no desire to put forward a death notion. Neither do I have any particular desire to die in June, although it wouldn't surprise me if I did. Such are the links, such are the coincidences. We live in a soulless, ugly age. If the world is made up of gods and beasts, then certainly the beasts are now becoming more prevalent, more confident and more powerful. They have an arrogance born of ignorance. I hate the mass. The only true face I can see concerning this age is one of personal survival, until it is no longer relevant to survive, a resistance to their nothingness. This is an impossible question to answer, because we have the comfortable benefit of hindsight. Maybe I would have been caught up in the total belief and mysticism of this new era. Maybe I would have seen the decay setting in from June 1934 onwards, and left. Or maybe I would have seen that the best place to hide from the decay was within the rot itself, and embark on a course of nihilistic self-destruction. Heiliger Tod, heiliger Liebe, heiliger Leben, heiliger Nichts.